Have you ever had one of those moments where you're traveling from home after helping everyone else at work and this quiet thought sneaks in?
But who's helping me?
You replay the day, the favors you have said yes to, the things that you agreed to even when you were exhausted, and it hits you. You have become everybody's go to person, but you are no one's priority. That is what is called as the doormat effect. And today, I want to talk to you. You, the giver, you, the fixer. The one who actually shows up when no one is even checking up on you. We'll uncover why you land up in this state and how should you walk away from it. And by the end, I will share a self test so you can see if you are living under the doormat effect, as well as a free guide which you can share with anyone else too who you think is giving up too much for too long. So, first, you might be in the doormat effect if you say it's okay when it's not. You agree just to avoid tension. You feel guilty saying a no to others. You over apologize even when you have done nothing wrong to avoid a conflict. And you help others but hesitate to ask help from the same people. If that sounds like you, then you have built a reputation for being a dependable person. But deep down, I am certain you are exhausted. And the hardest part is, people around you rarely notice because you're so good at pretending and still keeping it all soaked in. So the question is, why does this occur to some of us? And how some of us never actually undergo this? Many of us learned early that love and respect is conditional. To be liked, we had to be helpful. To be safe, we had to be agreeable. As simple as if you would go out and play cricket with your school friends, someone else will decide the batting lineup and you will just agree to it to be a part of the group and not to get excluded next time. Over the time, the brain rewires itself to believe if I make others happy, I'll be okay, I'll be safe. Psychologists will call this people pleasing conditioning. But when that survival mechanism follows you into the adulthood at workplaces, it quietly tells others, you can cross my boundary and I won't stop you. That's when the doormat effect begins. Not because you lack the strength, but because you've never been taught that boundaries and respect can coexist with each other and you can still be safe. Now, at this point, if you would like to check and see where you stand, take the free doormat effect self test. The link is in the description and it will give you an indication of what is your current state. Now, let's get practical. There are 5 actions to break free from the doormat effect. The pause rule. The fastest way to stop being a workplace doormat is not to say a no, but it's to pause before saying yes. You don't need to respond instantly. Buy yourself the time which is required for you to think. Let's say a coworker drops an extra task on your desk at 6 p.m. while you were just about to leave. You pause, smile, and answer, I'll take a look at it tomorrow morning and I'll let you know if I can fit it in. You're not being rude. You're reclaiming your right to choose and clearly communicating that I want to be helpful, but in a way that works for me. Here are some more phrases to help you practice the pause rule. You can take a screenshot or scan the QR code later to get the link to the entire guide. Use the I statements to reset dynamics and gain back strength. See, assertiveness doesn't really mean aggression. It simply means describing your experience and putting yourself ahead instead of attacking somebody else. Here's a more detailed video by me on assertiveness, but for now, let's take a look at this example. Imagine you're in a meeting, someone cuts you off mid sentence. And I'm sure that must have happened many times. At that point, smile slightly and say, I'll just complete that thought, else everybody in the room will not understand the context of where I was going. Then I'm happy to hear your viewpoint. Polite, assertive, and instantly changing the power dynamics and grabbing control. Here are some more phrases on the screen which you can use to emphasize the I expression in your language and help you practice putting your point ahead with confidence. The next one, start saying the guilt free word no to protect your workload. You see, at workplace, let's be honest, people pleasers actually burn out faster than even the poor performers. You can't deliver quality if you keep saying yes out of guilt and keep taking on more and more from everyone. This goes back to the prior conversation that we just had that being likable does not really mean saying yes to everything. Let us say a senior colleague says, can you help me draft this deck for my presentation? Now, let me remind, this is their work and you want to be helpful, but not at the cost of the work that you already have at your hand. So, your response can be, hey, I'm finishing the client proposal today. If this can wait until tomorrow, I can certainly help. Otherwise, I can connect you to somebody who will be available sooner. This again shows that you're open for collaboration, but won't just agree to everything and be compliant. Here are some more phrases to use in order to clearly draw a boundary and protect your quality of work in a way which gives you more peace. And on that subject, I also want you to practice saying the word no without offering any further justification from your side. If someone asks you, of course, and certainly explain them everything. But I would want you to be comfortable with the silence that follows with the word no. Reframe how you handle interruptions and boundary breaches at work. See, getting interrupted at work is absolutely normal. Everybody goes through that. People walk up for just a quick chat or a quick solution, especially if they feel that you are somebody who is a solution oriented person. Let's say, for example, a coworker keeps dropping by your desk for quick chats, and that eats up about 30 minutes of yours. So, next time you can say something like this: Hey, I'm on a tight deadline right now. Let's catch up later today so I can give you full attention, which I know I will not be able to do right now. Does 2 p.m. work for you? You see, with this, you've established that you value both your time and the quality of interaction that you want to have with this individual. And repetition of this kind sets a fair expectation from people around you about how you prefer to be reached out. Here are some more phrases to use to help you manage interruptions, and they are here on the screen. Again, feel free to take a screenshot and download the entire guide. And the next one, which possibly is the most important one, is setting boundaries with your bosses, being respectful, firm, but clear. Setting limits with managers isn't rebellion. It's a responsibility towards your own work and the quality of output that you want to deliver. If you don't focus and finish your work, remember the same boss is going to feel disappointed. So it is important to set clear delegation process between you and your bosses so neither is disappointed at any particular point. Let's say your boss adds another project to your plate while you're already working on something else which is very critical. You can respond by saying something like this: I'm happy to take this on, but this will push the other deliverable by a day or two. Would you prefer me to focus on this at first? See, with this, you're not resisting, but instead you're managing upwards, which means you're giving them clarity so they can take a clear decision on what should be a priority for you. And if the boss pushes you to finish both, then exercise the no. Clearly put your piece ahead. Here are some other phrases to help you clarify your order of priorities to your managers. So, those were my 5 areas of recommendation that you can work on to avoid carrying the doormat effect at work. Now, here's something personal. If some of the things that I said in the video made you uncomfortable, if they hit a little too close to your home, I just want to let you know I get it. The feeling of being considered as the office doormat is real, and so is the pain. And if one person, even one person watching this video today decides to change that, just to pause maybe, to speak up, or to ask for what they need, then this video has done its job. So if you're feeling unseen, unheard, or undervalued, consider this as your reminder. Every time you pause, every time you assert, every time you protect your energy, you are rebuilding your identity. Thank you so much for watching. If this spoke to you, hit like, hype it, and share it with someone who needs this as a reminder. And if my voice resonated with you, then subscribe for more videos on topics like this to protect your peace and empower you to grow at work. I'll see you in the next one.